A very large box showed up here at my home today, so large in fact that it just barely fits inside of the frame. This is the NIHUI Toys U807C. So to do away with this gigantic box, let's go ahead and open it up, see what comes in it, all of that fun type stuff. Now over on this side of the box, I see what appears to be a full set of props, a USB charging cable, and a small little screwdriver with screws for all the props. There's also the camera. I believe this is a 2 megapixel HD camera. We'll test it out here in just a bit, as well as a micro SD card reader, and presumably a micro SD card in the camera. Oh, micro SD card's right here. And it is a 4 gigabyte micro SD card. Here we have the transmitter. To be honest, looks kind of like an old transmitter, like an 80s style, but I think that's kind of cool. It's got some nice grippiness here on the back, makes it easy to hold on to. And you've got the sticks, not spring loaded or anything, so throttle, yaw, pitch, roll, trim buttons all over, big power switch there. And then 2 bumper buttons. Over on this side is the battery, and it is a 3.7 volt, 650 milliamp hour battery with a JST connector. And I'm kind of glad I had to lift that up to deal with all the wire ties here, because there were also 4 prop guards under there, as well as the instruction manual. And according to the manual, it is a 200 million pixel camera, but it also does show that the left bumper button there is the adjustment for throttle power, that's the rate control, and the right bumper button is the tumbling switch camera video key. So I would assume you push it to do a flip and then you hold it to do camera stuff. And it mentions there, rocker headless mode is activated by pushing in the middle button. I didn't think this had a push button. Oh, it does have a push to it. So this does have a headless mode. You just push in on that to go into headless. Very cool. And last but certainly not least, the quad itself. Looks like you have blue LEDs in the front, red LEDs in the rear, and it does say sport with arrows facing forward, so hopefully that is the forward direction. On the underside, that's an awful lot of red and an awful lot of blue. Definitely a big fan of that. Hopefully these are all LEDs through here. A little battery bay, your camera connector, and actually what would appear to be where the battery plugs in up here. Very interesting placement. And then a little LED back here in the back as well. Now, I have seen a couple of other people review this and I've heard nothing but good things about it, but I'm definitely really curious to try it out myself. But we've got it in, we've got it plugged in, the lights have come on, so you can kind of see that there. We've got blue LEDs in the front, red LEDs in the rear, and a little green LED in the middle rear. And there it is from the top. A little bright in here, but looks like it should be pretty decent as far as night flying is concerned. So let me go ahead and put some batteries in the controller and we'll pair it up and we'll see what it looks like, what it sounds like. Batteries installed in the controller. It took 4 AA batteries. We've got the camera attached to the bottom here, just kind of snapped into place. Push the camera connector into the bottom there. I'm gonna go ahead and plug everything back in and we'll turn on the controller and we're paired. So let's see how it sounds. So that's about how loud it is. Let me take it up to max and we'll see if that sounds really loud. So there you go. And actually the lights are flashing, so I'm gonna assume that there's a low battery already. But let me also just test the camera while we're in here. We got the blue light on the bottom there, and it's red light now, so that means we should be recording video. Hello there, camera, if you can see me. Still red, so we'll go ahead and hold the button again. You probably can't even see that light. Now the red light here is off, so I'll try that out in a minute. We'll just see what that video looked like, but I'll also take it outside and we'll try the video out there as well. But for now, I'm gonna run it through a battery very quickly, just to let the motors warm up a little bit. We'll charge it up, take it outside, and do some flights with it. All right, and we are out here today with the NIHUI Toys U807. I do have the card in the camera. Let's go ahead and get it filming. There we go, it does appear to be filming now. I had to hold down on this button for 2 seconds to get it to do so. Let me start my timer and we'll get going. Alright, looks like we've got a little bit forward trim. So we'll put a little back. There we go. Straightens it out a little bit. So this should be beginner rate. There's your intermediate rate, advanced rate, back to beginner. So the yaw rate does not change. This is the pitch in beginner. Sort of docile, not bad. Intermediate, a little more sporty, a little more fast. Advanced, very fast, very nice funnels, very cool. Just do a very casual up and away. And see if we can get some nice, steady, smooth footage. Back, getting a little far away. Doesn't seem to have any real problem fighting the wind, although there's not a whole lot of wind out here today. So Hello, if you can see me. I'm definitely liking this design. You don't have any big legs to contend with, but you still have a camera on the bottom in case you want to use it. Very nice. We're going to go and we're going to do some more sporty flying now. So we're in third rate, top rate. Again, we don't have any faster yaw, but there's our pitch. Very nice. And it's not terribly loud. I mean, given the size, I kind of figured it would be a little louder, but not bad at all. And it practically lays itself out when you give it full forward pitch. Not the fastest thing I've ever seen, but it's definitely very, very nice. I mean, as far as Latrax Alias clones go, one of the best ones on the market is supposed to be the Andromeda Ominous, and this is kind of similar in terms of pitch and funnels, except it has a camera built in, and mine does not. I know the Ominous does have the option to have a camera. Lots of funnels, lots of funnels. Alright, so I'm back out with the U807 for one last flight. Before finishing up the video about it, there's a few things that I didn't do in my previous video about it, and that's basically the headless mode and flips. Battery life, as I've used this, has been pretty consistent, a little over 5 minutes every time, and the performance is just amazing. I mean, cannot say enough good things about it. But let's just try some flips, because what I learned is you can't actually flip if you have a camera on there. So there's a flip, there's a flip, there's a flip, and there's a flip. So yeah, flips very nicely, just sort of tumbles as it were. And then we'll try the headless mode. So, oh, that's not working. I must have the headless mode set wrong. Actually, if I remember correctly, there's a way that you set the headless mode. You have to do it ahead of time. So let me try to fix that real quick. Yeah, I don't know. I give up. I know there is a way to do headless mode on this. Headless mode, not really something I'm hugely concerned with. What I'm concerned with are the rates, the flips, the way that it flies. If headless mode is important to you, just understand that it is a little bit complicated to do on this model. There is actually a video out there I've seen showing how to do it, and I apparently followed his instructions wrong. But overall, not a bad quadcopter in the slightest. I mean, basically has all the same sort of performance as the Andromeda Ominous. Great flips, decent battery life, and you can actually swap that battery out, since it's JST connector, for the Andromeda Ominous batteries, and potentially even some larger ones than this comes with. I'm going to give this a thumbs up, although the camera is just not very good. So don't rely upon it for having a good camera. Rely upon it for being a fun, sporty flyer that does some nice flips, some nice aerial maneuvers, and it's just a whole lot of fun all around. I will put links down in the description to where you can find one of these of your very own if you're interested. As always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to leave a thumbs up below this video if you like this video, if you like me having fun out here with this, and subscribe to receive more videos when they become available. We'll see you again next time.